What's up? Welcome to another edition of This New Cabin. Right here. This New Cabin. Alright. Yesterday I was up here and left. Kind of early. I was only up there for a couple hours. But in that time span, I left early because of incoming storms. There's quite a few places in West Virginia today and yesterday that flooded. I mean, big time flooded. We weren't one of them, luckily. But I know our little creek out here that runs down to the Kanawha River was probably pretty full. Might have flooded something down the holla, but nothing up in here. So, recap. Yesterday, I was up here and I was messing around, splitting the rounds, getting them up over here and splitting them all up. So I've got parts of rounds to split. I got one right there. This one's kind of I'll get some good wood out of it, but most of it's dead, so I won't use that. But so I was just splitting this all up for firewood. I'm getting ready to cut those and burn those for the deck. Now, this is what I got accomplished yesterday. So I was up here kind of being quiet, busting up wood, stacking wood. You can tell from about maybe 2.5 foot up. So I got a 3-foot stack in there. I'm still stacking it out. So that'll give me almost 3/4 wood. I have had 3 bags up here. I just put another bag of corn down because yesterday it was totally destroyed. And okay, back to yesterday. So I'm up here, I'm not making a lot of noise, whatever. And standing over here, front porch area, right here by the 4-wheeler. And I was doing something. I don't remember what I was doing, but I had my back turned. I think I was over here by this corner. When I had my back turned, these 2 trees right here, there was a bear standing right there. And my rifle was between me and the bear. It was sitting on my 4-wheeler. So, I said, let's not do that. So, I got big and I scared it away. That was the smaller of the male bears that's up here. Not 15 minutes later, I've got the rifle right where I can grab it. I'm still out here by the front of the cabin. I was I had my the other chainsaw out, and I was getting ready to sharpen the chain. I mean, I had everything out. I just pulled it out of the truck box and everything, and I was getting ready to sharpen it. Right here, where I'm busting these rounds up, which is about maybe 10 feet away, maybe, the big male bear come around. And so the rifle was right next to me, so I grabbed it up, pointed it at him, and I yelled at him. And I was going to fire a shot, but he took off. He went down the hill. No problem. 30 minutes later, I'm still working up here in the front of the cabin, just kind of looking around and seeing what all I got to do around here, around there. And right over here, something moved, and it caught my attention. And I looked over, and there was a bear cub. So I grabbed up my rifle, and I got in here, and I got real low. And they were going on the back side of the cabin there. So I got real low so they wouldn't see me, wouldn't bawl, because I know Mama's around. So I looked over and watched 3 bear cubs go down, and I said, oh, crap, Mom's coming. I don't know where she's at, but she's coming. So I got down in a kneeling position right in here towards that back wall, had the rifle at the ready, and I watched Mama Bear walk right between my 4-wheeler and go down with the cubs. She didn't pay me no mind. She didn't see me. And off they took. And I said, well, That's 6 of the 9 bears that I know of. So, at that point, I decided I was going to pack up. The storms were coming. I made it down the hill about 20 minutes before the sky opened up and just, oh, we had tornado warnings up here. So, anywho's and anyways. I'm hauling my trailer up here this morning. And I'm over here on the road. It's right around, almost straight over there. There's a, comes out of the second pump station, and there's a big hill. It flattens out. And then there's like a little cut in the road where the water runs down. And just before that, I lost the trailer on the way up. And I was like, don't go down the hill, don't go down the hill. Well, it went down over the edge of the hill. Thank God, about 15 foot down, it flattened out. But when it went down, it didn't go down far and hit a tree. So I was packing up apples for the bears, deer for the bear and the deer, or corn for the deer and the bear. And I had a little crate that had some, a 2-liter bottle of Coke bottle with water, like this one. So I was just bringing up extra water for me. 3 empty water jugs for when I want to fill them up for the concrete inside. And the big old white tarp. So I couldn't get the trailer out. I'm going to have to bring the truck up and pull it out. It's not down that far, but it's on a hill. So I'll bring the truck up and pull it out. The strap's still on it, so no biggie. And it's down where nobody can see it, so if anybody comes up, they're not going to see it. So I'm not worried about leaving it there for a day or 2 or 3 or whatever. So I've got, so I'm going to get the trailer up here. I've got a hitch for it on the back of the truck. I can just put it on the hitch and do whatever. But anyways, lost that, so I packed out the 50-pound bag of corn, put it on my 4-wheeler, put the apples in the bottom of that, put my bag on top of it, and I also did bring my other saw up, so I have 2 saws up here now. And so the first thing I did when I got up here, I put down a pile of corn and a pile of apples. So, and the apples smell really good, so with that smell drifting around, I may or may not have another couple of bear come in. But today, because it was a shortened day yesterday, I got up here at 9 and left it about 11:30. I've got these logs to pull out and bring up. I have a tree that I was hoping would come down in the windstorm last night, that leaner that's up there. I'm going to end up pulling it over. So I'm going to pull that over. I've got a few more logs up there that I can use, whatnot. And, yeah. So we're going to be cutting trees today. More along the lines of over there. So if I have bear come in, they'll be right over here. Won't be messing around with me. So anyways, today ought to be a little bit better. I don't know if you guys seen the other day, I pulled down a crap load of rocks. So I was pulling all kinds of rocks down. So I will probably continue on with that soon. We have been cleaning up behind here, getting stuff out the woodwork and whatnot. The forest is kind of raining this morning. Not as bad as yesterday. So I had a little bit of a breeze and it sounded like it was raining. Today, no rain. I hope not. Looked at the weather before I came up and it said no rain. Oh, cool. I know what that is. Check this out, people. If you don't know what this is a buckeye. You open it up and there's a seed in there. Now I'm not going to open it up. It takes a little bit to get them open. But there's a buckeye in here. So, yeah. So we're just out here playing around. Going to get some work done today. I want to pull logs today. These ones over here, I will probably be pulling by hand because they're close. The ones up there, I'll pull the tree over, cut it all up, just slide it down to the end of the hill right here, and I'll go up with the four-wheeler and pull them down. Anything that I cut up over in here, which is, I want to kind of thin this out, and there's a bunch of trees up in there. So we're going to thin this out. That way, where I'm right here, I've still got trees up here that will keep a lot of the snow out, but you'll be able to see the wildlife all the way down through here, almost down to the bottom. Now I'm going to leave all them dense trees over there because that's going to be their like little hiding spot. And I want them to be just up from there. But we're going to start taking some trees out of here. As few trees as possible. Now I've got, I'm going to go up and try and spy different trees than like this. This tree might be good enough for the boards here and back here, that tree and that tree. So I may just drop those, kind of open this area up a little bit for a shooting lane. This is pretty much opened up here, but I'm going that way to open that canopy up in there. And the reason why I'm going kind of sparsely is there's a lot of younger saplings that are in here. That will give them a chance to grow up and become big trees instead of baby trees. So yeah, this is me. I thought it was going to be muddier than what it was when I come up. It's actually not all that muddy. I mean, I still need to throw some sawdust out in here. But you can see where the water has run down and gotten all silty up in here. So, and this ain't too bad of mud. Not bad. Because it rained up until early this morning, I didn't get to see any tracks up here, except for there was some deer track over by the where the corn's at. So I know they've still been looking for the corn. They've been out for 2 or 3 days. That's all right. So anywho's and anyways, got the riffle with me. This is my good saw. The other saw is in there. I'll be digging that out, and we'll be throwing saws around. I want to throw mine around. I'm going to sharpen up the chain and throw it around today. But yeah, we reloaded. Here, bring it down here so you can see. Corn pile right there. Apples right there. I got the apples a little closer to what I wanted, but that'll work because that's almost where I put the apples the last time. It's like 2 or 3 feet beyond that. But yeah. And the bears normally come up and down right over here and come out where that one was sleeping just past the corn pile and the deer cane. They're over there. So this is one of their main trails. They come out or they go up and across over there. So yeah. So we're good for right now. I was almost thinking today would be a good day since it's going to be cooler. It's going to be mid-70s to low 80s. I might, instead of cutting trees today and trying to get that tree down over there, I want to bring the come along up here just for stuff like that, instead of putting a strap around there and pulling it and having maybe a chance of the thing coming down on me. I don't want to do that, so I'll put a strap around it, use it come along against another tree and pull the butt end over. Gives me more leverage. And so today I might grab up the tarp and I'll cut these little saplings down in here, clean this all up, move these burnt logs somewhere. I'll probably put them in here somewhere. But we're going to clean this little area up, and I'm going to start dumping moss in here for my chinking. And probably spend the day starting to chink up the walls. I want to finish up the floor. And I've got some other things I want to do. and then I can move logs tomorrow, because I want everything kind of to dry out, so I'm not pulling soaked logs today. They're going to be soaked for tomorrow, but they'll lose a little bit of water weight in the temperature for today. But anyways, we're going to be keeping an eye on this over here. And if I'm down in the creek and I'm pulling moss and stuff, I'll be making a little noise down there. And so hopefully it'll keep the bears away. But I will be toting the rifle on my back pulling moss, because they are, I think they were moving yesterday because of the storms. Pretty sure about that. And I may just take some of my dry wood in here, go down a couple, pull some out, go down a little couple levels, because it's been drying for a couple months. Pull some of that out and start a fire. Maybe that'll keep some of them away. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But with the corn smell and the apple smell, oh yeah. So, that's what we got going for today, kids. Probably going to go get some moss. Start my chinking, kind of clean up the inside of the cabin. I am going to go ahead and start loading up the bags with all that busted up little wood to take it down to the house. And I'll stack those over here somewhere. 4 bags. And then when I get the trailer up here, I'm going to be leaving it up on the road up there. It's a nightmare to get it across the bridge and stuff. So yeah, I'll leave it up there, and then I'll just tote 2 bags at a time on the 4-wheeler, go up the hill, throw all the wood in the trailer, come back down, reload the bags until I get all of that done, and just keep hauling them up, and then pull all this wood down, because that little stuff, I don't think I'm going to use it all. If I need more, I got enough up here to cut apart, so it's no biggie. And I got some cleanup to do on the hillside, pull down some of these branches, and there's some other logs up here that I want to get down, cut up for firewood. Right now they're wet, I don't want to pull them down, but I do want to kind of get off after those up there. I've got another big cherry log up there. It's probably about 12 feet long. I can cut up today or whatever and get those pieces rolled down. So yeah, we're just we're going. Frickin' mosquitoes. So anyways, this be me, you be you, you be good. I'm gonna get after some work, even though I've been sweating my butt off already this morning, because it's really humid. Until later. See ya.